Hi members, welcome back to the Wallflowers UK Lounge. In the spirit of keeping everything real and being honest about any mishaps we might have, today's video is a prime example of not everything that glistens is gold. So you would have seen me recently getting a 13.6 litre box of semi-skim milk, and I was so excited to get it, and I decided to can it, rebel canning it. So I started off making the video and I took 18 of the canning pint jars, filled them from the box, had a lot of milk left over, and proceeded to fill milk bottles for the fridge to keep it. Unfortunately, just before we decided to put the canner on, Mr. Wallflowers made us a tea and coffee each, and the milk was actually off. So I'd wasted an awful lot of time. Luckily we hadn't used the gas. We did this the day before yesterday, and I've been so disillusioned I haven't been able to come back and empty it out yet. So we have coagulated milk in the 18 jars. So the plan is this evening to empty those jars out in the outside grid, sluice it down with a hose, and then clean it out with some disinfectant. We're not going to empty it out down the sink or down the toilet, etc., because we'll have an awful smell in the house. So we're going to do that outside. So the video you will see now in between is actually how far we got with the video before we discovered the milk was no good. So please feel free to laugh along. We're laughing about it. We've lost nothing except some of the inside lids possibly might not be able to be used again. I will clean everything, disinfect everything, scrub it all out. The jars will be reused, the twist caps will be reused, but I will examine the internal lid and see if it's possible to use them for anything else again. But yeah, go ahead, watch the video, see how far we got. Laugh along with us because we're laughing too. Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today I'm rebel canning milk. So actually got this for free today at one of the food initiatives. I showed it in my last video, my shopping haul. So it's 13.6 litres of semi-skimmed milk. So it's near enough 2% fat milk. So it's going to be a little bit of an ordeal. I've decided I'm going to be canning 18 pints of the milk, which then leaves me approximately 7 pints left. So I'm going to fill an old used 4-pinter bottle and top up another one I have in the fridge. So that should cover just under 24 pints of milk. So I don't know how messy this is going to be or how easy or difficult it is, because I think the biggest objective for me is to actually get the milk. It's just one big bag with a kind of tap filter in that would normally fill into a machine. So I'm going to first of all try cutting the top off. And now I have to work out how.
If you keep hold of that end and tilt it. I'll take it out of that. Keep hold of that end again and just.
I'll get there, bear with me.
Hey. It's like milking a cow.
So as I say, this is Rebel canning, and I've seen quite a few homesteaders do this and Rebel canners do this over the years. And the climate we're in, milk is getting more and more expensive. We like it, we like using milk. I drink a lot of coffee, Mr. Wallflowers drinks his tea. We like cereal, we'll bake with milk, we'll cook with milk. So this way, at least we can have 18 pints on the shelf, and it's there at our convenience. Of late, when we've run out of milk, we've actually had cartons of UHT milk on the shelf, in between being able to get fresh milk at a good price. We've had to resort to using the UHT milk, and straight away there's a vast difference in the taste of the drink or whatever it is that you're having at the time. And although we can put up with it, it's not something we prefer. So from the homesteaders that I've watched actually do this Rebel canning milk, the only difference after it's being canned is sometimes it can have a tinge of a beige colour to the milk rather than, you know, the ultimate white that we're used to. And it can take on a slightly sweeter flavour, just slightly. So I'm prepared to go with that to save an absolute fortune and to have a constant supply of milk available. I do believe if you can it even longer, you can actually make your own evaporated milk this way. But we just literally want milk for the shelf, so we can use this instead of evaporated milk.
UHT. Instead
of UHT. Actually went shopping last week with Carol, and as I say, we normally have our lunch out and take turns apiece, treating each other. And last week I had my treat latte as usual, and it had a distinct flavour that wasn't quite the norm. So when I asked the lady who runs the cafe in the Food Initiative, she said they'd actually used she didn't actually use the phrase UHT, she used another phrase, I wasn't quite sure. But basically a shelf-stable milk, and it didn't really taste very nice. And for the £2 something that was paid for the latte, it was really a waste because I didn't even drink half of that drink. It was good fortune that I'd paid that day rather than Carol, because if Carol had paid her money to buy that drink, I would have actually felt compelled to drink it because I wouldn't have liked to wasted the money that she spent on it. So luckily enough I was paying that day, and I didn't force myself to drink it because I didn't like the taste. So it's, you know, it must have been something different to the UHT that we use as a replacement sometimes when we haven't got the fresh milk. But I really didn't like it. And when we went back there today for lunch, it was Carol's turn to pay. But I did ask the question before we sat down to eat, what milk is being used today for the drinks, and luckily enough they have fresh milk available, so we continued. But yeah.
We don't like any of that almond or anything.
We don't like the Apro vegan milks, nut milks, almond milks. Yeah, we don't like any of those, do we? I believe there's a new potato milk now, and different types of flavoured milk. But we do like our milk and we use quite a bit of it, don't we? So
We ran off the full fat milk, didn't we?
we used to always use full fat milk, that's right. And now we use semi-skimmed, don't we? Or fully skimmed. Yeah. So yeah, this does feel a little bit like I'm milking a cow. There is a bit of a mess everywhere, but it wouldn't be Mary Ann if I didn't make a bit of a mess. But yeah, what a blessing this would be. I haven't actually costed it, how much it would cost us for this amount of milk. I'll have to do a costing before the end of the video.
Didn't we can milk a while ago?
We water bathed it, but it wasn't successful, was it? Now whether we didn't get the times right, because in Rebel canning some people do water bath milk and they found it acceptable. I'm hoping canning it is slightly better, but as I say, either way it's still classed as Rebel canning, so
we'll take our chance.
that's it. We'll attempt it anyway, we'll try it.
And it has to be slightly off and you know straight away.
Yeah, I can taste it straight away. Not like you.
No.
I made some butter once. It had been out. And I asked Mr. Wallflowers to test it first. And he said, oh yeah, that's delicious. And I actually went in for the taste check afterwards and it was absolutely rancid.
Couldn't stop being sick.
But you were fine, cast iron stomach. But yeah. Rebel canning in the UK.
Was it Debbie Harry slang, wasn't it?
I don't think it was. That was French kissing in the USA,
Oh,
wasn't it?
yeah, it was something like that.
So this will be our usage for the next day or two.
Need more hands.
Hmm?
You're gonna need more hands, no?
Well, it'll stop as soon as I place it down again. So, it's that one. Oops, daisy. I'm going to stink with milk. So, we can just top this one up.
The date on that's the 4th of August.
On this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are we today? The 2nd?
2nd.
Okay. So, big mason jar, so much we get out of this. Still keeps coming. Another one. Okay. It's still got water in. Just use this one. Shouldn't be that much more. Alright.
Never ending.
Still coming.
So I'll do another couple of jars then.
Well, they won't fit in the camera. I can only fit 18. Watch this be a tiny dribble now.
Yeah.
A bit more than a dribble. Doesn't want to end this job, it's done. Is that it?
Think so.
Now after all this, that cardboard can be burnt on the wood fire. We've got 18 pints of milk here. We've got another mason jar full. 2 pints in the weck jars, a whole 4-pinter, and we've topped up another 4-pinter, so more milk than we can shake a leg at. So let me get organised, put the tops on and get them set up in the canner, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so we then discovered the milk was no good, it was actually off and we couldn't use it. So we're stuck with 18 pints of coagulated milk that's no good to use, that we will dispose of today. I've actually been lucky enough to get, bear with me, 3-4 pinters of Cravendale milk. Unfortunately it's very low fat milk, it's 0.3%, but I will be rebel canning that this evening, so I have some more jars, and I'm just about to set up to make a video for this evening for the main channel. This video is just for you in the members lounge, but yeah, not everything that glistens is gold. Okay, thanks for tuning in, thanks for being with us this evening, and we'll speak to you again soon. We appreciate every one of the members, and please do giggle along with us because we are giggling ourselves. Speak to you soon, bye bye.